Now C.J. Kukas needs an excellent punt, so the Bead Diggers are not backed up too much defensively. And the deep man standing at his own 45. Perfect snap. Heavy rush. He gets it off, and Kukas gets off a beauty. And backing up is King at the 43-yard line. Stutter stepping, running to the right to the 50. Inside the 50. Breaking out of a tackle to the 40-yard line. And down to the 39. An outstanding return of about 17 yards by Kyle King. And Florence is in excellent field position with only 39 yards of real estate to cover with 4:57 to go in the second quarter, trailing the Bead Diggers 7-0.
That was a spiral punt with the wind at his back, and you're right. It was a great kick, but it was one of those kicks that went so far we didn't have enough guys down there to cover it. We had some guys miss some tackles, and right there at the end it was nearly a face mask. So the face mask they didn't call on Garcia, we got the same payback over here on that play.
1st and 10, officially the 38-yard line at Brush, and Benker, play action, wants to throw. Here comes Dylan French. He runs out of it, running to his right to the 40-yard line, towards the sideline, and tripped up, but still driving his way to around the 30-yard line. A gain of 8 as Joe Rosenbrock made the tackle. They'll give him 7 to the 31. It'll be 2nd down and 3, and the athleticism and elusiveness of Heath Benker is certainly paying off for Florence.
It sure is. You know, he's a strong kid. You can't go in there and arm tackle him. Luckily, that time Joe was able to get his arms out there and trip him up enough to where he fell down 5 yards later. But I'll tell you what, the Diggers are going to have to put a shoulder pad on this kid.
2nd down and 3 to go for the Bead Digger 31. Brush leads 7-0 on a 20-yard pass from Eric Garcia to C.J. Kukas. Backs in an eye. There's the handoff up the gut. 1st down for Farrell, who gets to the 25-yard line. And that'll be a pickup of 6 yards in the play before Derek Lynch made the tackle.
Well, they ran that I formation again, and they handed it off to Farrell right up the middle. And I think some of the Diggers were looking option. They're starting to worry a lot about Banker, and you could tell they kind of lost their focus on that fullback and started worrying more about that outside threat with the quarterback keeper on the option.
Now, the only negative thing for the Bead Diggers, when they get the ball back, they have no timeouts to work with. And the clock will be an issue at that point. 1st and 10. 3:53 to go in the second at the 25. There's the give to Farrell right up the gut. He dives to around the 22. And Brenneman had him up high. Down low was Kyle Hefner. It's a gain of 3 for Tyler Farrell. No matter what your loan needs, stop by High Plains Bank at 502 Central Avenue in Wiggins today. Also inquire about checking and savings accounts as well as CDs at High Plains Bank in Wiggins. Inside the Bead Digger 22-yard line. Florence is taking their time in the huddle with the clock running. One receiver to the left is Spencer Drake on 2nd down and 7 for the Bead Digger 22. Backs in an eye. There's the give right up the gut and a decent gainer inside the 20 to the 19. A gain of 3 before Levi Brenneman makes the tackle on John Alexander. It'll be 3rd down and 4. As we are under 3 minutes to go before the break in a lightning-moving first half.
You know, Alexander was actually the deep man in that ISO play, running, the tailback position behind the fullback, and that gave the Diggers a little bit more time to see what was going on, and I think that's why they could zero in on that play so well.
Darren Wilt is now on that defensive line for the Bead Diggers. 3rd and 3. Banker's going to roll to his left. Here comes Brenneman with pressure, and now taking off with the football is Banker. Banker spins. He's going to be short of a 1st down. He's down at around the 16-yard line, along the far sideline. Looked like Shea Hansen made the play. It'll be 4th down. Do they even give him the 16? They do. 4th and 1. And Florence will go for it with 2:10 to go before the break and the clock running.
When Banker waggles out there, boy, it puts a lot of pressure on our linebackers because they have to watch the flats, yet at the same time they got to keep him from running the football. And that time he turned it upfield. Lynch was right there to make the tackle, but then the receiver turned around and kind of caught Lynch, kind of blindsided him and made a big block there.
4th down and a yard to go from the Bead Diggers 16. In an eye. Banker under center is going to hand it off right side and hit at the line of scrimmage and then driving to the 15-yard line. Very close. And that was, I believe, Alexander again. Boy, they're extremely close. They're going to have to measure this, Dave. I think they're short of a 1st down. A couple of Bead Diggers stood him up, and he is short of a 1st down, a gain of 1, but he needed a little bit more than 1.
There's a perfect example of what team football does for you, and there's a lot of Diggers team tackling out there and driving them backwards, even though they didn't hit them low. One guy hits them and stops them, and then everybody else piles on and throws them backwards.
Boy, what a clutch defensive play that was, and that's why it's hard to name just one Bead Digger because there were a few right there. That was the definition, as you mentioned, of a gang tackle. 1st and 10 for the Bead Diggers. Now Florence will use their timeout, so the Bead Diggers cannot get a first down. They're at their own 15-yard line. The backs are split. Garcia is going to hand it off on the left side in a big hole across the 15 to the 20 for Connor Weiser. A gain of 5. 2nd down and 5 yards to go for the 20 before he's upended over there by Matthew McDowell. And we have an official's timeout. I guess it's an equipment problem out there, perhaps with Derek Lynch. And the clock now, well, it never really stopped.
Well, we'll take it.
Well, there's 1:12 to go in the opening half. 2nd down and 5 from the 20-yard line. Garcia hands it off right up the gut, and that's Seawald to around the 25. Well, that was a quick hitter for Brush. Very close to a first down. They might have to measure before he was tackled by a couple of the Florence defenders. They're going to say 3rd down and maybe, about a couple of inches to go. So the Bead Diggers get the first down here. They can almost run out the clock, but Florence does have the 3 timeouts remaining on 3rd down and inches. Garcia to hand it off to Seawald, running right side. He runs into a blocker, but he gets a yard to the 26-yard line. As he's driven back, it is a first down. The clock will stop for the movement of the chains with 24.9 seconds to go, and the football's to the 26-yard line, and it's far from a perfect first half, but the Bead Diggers are going to be very happy at this point.
You betcha. This last drive, look what they've done. It's indicative of the whole first half. They went with 2 traps back-to-back with Weiser and Seawald, both of them picking up almost 5 yards, and then the last play was a 46 where they tried to run it off tackle behind Luke Nichols and the lead block there from their halfback.
And let's see, the Bead Diggers actually run another play. I don't think they have to run another play. They're just up to the line of scrimmage with 2 seconds to go, and that will be the end of the opening half. With the score, Brush 7, Florence nothing. You're listening to the 2009 Class 2A playoffs on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.